Have you ever been accused of not being a team player? Or have you ever felt like you had to sacrifice making the right decision in order to fit into a group or a team? Hi, my name is Tyler Bigler. I'm a student at Southern Utah University, and today I'm going to be discussing Case 2-1, a team player from Stephen M. Mintz's textbook. I'm going to take a look at this from the Kohlberg's model of moral judgment, or moral decision making, and I'm going to be offering you my opinion of what I think I would do in the situation. First, a little background on the situation. There's someone named Barbara. She's working on a team with 5 other staff auditors. They're trying to figure out what they should do. One of the staff auditors has found a deficiency that they should have noticed earlier on during their initial observations. The team's trying to decide, should they tell the manager or should they not? After their initial discussion, they've decided that it's probably best not to tell the manager. As a matter of fact, 3 out of the 5 staff members have all agreed that that would be the best decision. Barbara, however, along with one other of her colleagues, doesn't feel like that is the best decision. In fact, they think that they should tell the manager. So now Barbara's in this interesting situation. She's not sure if she should sacrifice doing what the team wants and tell the manager because she feels like that's what she should do, or if she should conform to what the team wants. So let's take a look at this case and evaluate it from Kohlberg's model. Kohlberg's model consists of 3 different levels: the pre-conventional level, conventional level, and post-conventional level. At first, when we look at this case, I think we think that the group is in fact dwelling within the pre-conventional level. They're very concerned about the consequences of telling this information to the manager. In fact, they keep talking about how the manager would be upset by going over the budget of time, and all these things kind of reflect their self-interests and the fact that they don't want to take the blame for this. However, Barbara initially goes back to the group and voices her concerns that she thinks she should go to the manager and explain the situation. And when she says this, the group actually comes back to her and says, we've already come up with a plan, and at this point, if we go and told the manager, she would just view us as being incompetent. This hinges a little bit more on the conventional level of Kohlberg's model, where the group is a little bit more concerned about the entire interest of the group and not wanting to be perceiving the group in any bad way. They want to make sure that they're keeping the self-interest of themselves as well as the entire group at the forefront of their mind. So I think by looking at this, we can now address the whole situation in a different way, noticing that the group is not actually in the pre-conventional level as we might have first thought, but probably more likely in the conventional level. So if I was in Barbara's situation, noting that they're probably in the conventional level, I'd probably change my tactic a little bit. At first, I would want to draw on the fact that there's a member in the group who agrees with me. I would want to get that group member to side with me and to sit down again with the group and to evaluate the consequences that the whole group would suffer by not telling the manager. I would probably want to focus more on the team's reputation, the way that we would be perceived, and in fact trying to highlight the fact that if the manager did find out of this, she'd probably have a tainted view on how we were as auditors and probably wouldn't be able to rely on us for future engagements. I'd probably want them to understand that it would actually be in the best interest of the group for us to go ahead and to tell the manager, because by telling her, she would gain confidence in us for noticing these discrepancies. Some pushback that I would probably anticipate is that, we don't really have time. We don't really have time left within the budgeted amount to get this done or to handle this discrepancy. To combat that pushback, I'd probably say, if the manager was here, I think she would care more about us getting the work done correctly than getting the job done but incorrectly. As a matter of fact, what would we be doing? We wouldn't even be accomplishing a job if we were doing it incorrectly and ignoring this deficiency. It is our responsibility to make sure the job is done correctly. So in conclusion, by looking at Barbara's situation and evaluating the level that they are, the conventional level of Kohlberg's model, I think that we could change the perspective of the group, get them to realign their interests and fostering that group atmosphere so that we could change their perspective, and that way Barbara could be able to feel comfortable with the decision the group makes while also feeling comfortable that she's being a team player and supporting the team. Anyways, I hope you liked this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to hit them down below in the comments section or send me an email. I look forward to meeting you again in my next presentation.